Alright guys, I am going to change the engine mounts on this 2010 Audi S4, and I'm going to do it in this tiny little crowded garage because yeah, it's already raining. So normally I would do it in the driveway, but this might take a couple days, seeing as it's a little tight, but I found some instructions online and we're going to give it a go. Got some engine mounts there. Got it up on the jacks. Got the wheel liners pulled back so you can see the bolts here actually go into the engine mount. I got the under trays off here, and also pulled the front sway bar out. I got new hardware for that. I got the X brace off. I did not buy new hardware for that because I might get a aftermarket one at some point. And yeah, you can see them kind of, but I guess we're gonna have to drop the steering rack, and this is a hydraulic one in the older models, so I might have to drain the fluid, drop the steering rack, and see if we can wiggle them out. But I found some instructions on ECS for their solid engine mounts where they just do it this way. I don't have a lift, so we're gonna give it a go. Alright, I went ahead and started draining the power steering. We're gonna have to drop this rack down and then support the engine, so I didn't want to get stuck where I had the jack in here supporting the engine and couldn't get to it. So draining that out. I already have a bottle of the CHF 11S because it's the same hydraulic fluid used in my Mercedes. So, and it's the only fluid that I don't think has been changed in this car since I've owned it here for about a year and only a couple thousand miles. So go ahead and drain it. Get these steering rack bolts out. You got to undo the linkage back here. These are some M10 triple square bolts, I believe the linkages too, and some 19mm bolts on the steering rack. Alright boys and girls, here's where we're at. Got one out. So I did have to drain out the steering fluid, drop the rack down. You kind of have to shift it to the right side of the car, my left, because there's the gear there on top protrudes. So a little bit of a wiggle job. Got it out, got it down, drain. Then basically figured out I need to undo the mounts and support the engine, jack it up. So we got the mounts. There's two bolts that hold the mount on this side and one in the center. That center is a triple square and it had some monster torque on it. My Milwaukee full blast would not break it loose. I had to go out and get two extensions here, and my triple square, which is what size is that there? 14 M14 triple square. Made sure I hammered it down into the head because it didn't want to go in easy. Get a good grip on it, and then bring it all the way out here and get my breaker bar and break it manually, and then it came right out. But you'll see here, this mount's still in. You'll see up there where the bolt goes in that little hole right there. And then this side you have to remove this one subframe bolt because it keeps this one from coming out. So we got those all loose. Got the engine jacked up as much as I could. I mean, it is popping out the top there. Then once you have everything loose and jacked up, oh, these little core support beams have to come off too. Well, that's what the instructions said, so I did it. So there are little shields. There's a shield. This little guy right here is just a wire bracket. Got that out. And then the shield over the engine mount right there, wiggled that out. And I had to get the engine as high as I could with the jack and wiggled out the old engine mount. And here she is, and she is split. I think the other one's worse because I think I see some black fluid dripping down out of it. So we'll keep going. Okay, here's where we're at on this gloomy Saturday afternoon. Got both mounts out, and this other guy has got a hole in it. It's definitely some kind of fluid, definitely cracked, and even the metal is cracked. So that could be the source of my little vibration that I'm chasing. I've replaced pretty much the entire suspension already. I got the nice Coney red struts and new mounts, all the full 034 control arm kit. But I had to run out, get some bolts from the hardware store, and that is because one of the reasons you got to jack the engine up so far is to get these bolts out right here. And I don't understand the Germans' obsession with stupid fasteners, but these are a triple square M8 triple square, and that oil cooler is right in the way, so I really had to jack the engine up to even get a bit on there, and they're rusty. So I just ran down to my Ace Ace Hardware a few blocks away. Got some grade 8 zinc plated bolts. I'm just gonna shove those in there. Nice shiny bolts, about $2.40 a piece, but next time it'll be easier to get some kind of tool on here, but you still got to jack this up to clear the oil cooler. And I made a little tiny dent there, but got the new engine mounts in, we got the shields on, got all the wires routed, hooked up. Gonna get these bolts in, lower it back down, get it all back together. Gonna have to fill up the power steering and so forth, but making good progress. Alright everyone, we have successfully changed the engine mounts on the 2010 Audi S4 without lowering the subframe. So just had to drop the power steering, got that all back in place. Check the lines there, make sure they're not leaking. Got it all filled up. Got some new hardware kit on the sway bar. Got some new hardware. All the bolts that go directly in the engine mounts, they're up there. You can see the connector. And my flashlight just went out, so that's the way it goes, rechargeable flashlights. But we got it all back together. Didn't have to drop the subframe, didn't even need a lift. You can do it. Got the power steering in, filled it up, did a couple of turns with the engine running. We got the CHF 11S, used about half a can of that, so half a liter. And gonna get the wheels on, get it back on the road,